broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
We should let the buzz begin.
I know, here's my music, thank you. I missed it last week.
Oh, we could do the turn in like the people.
I'm gonna do Jeff.
Jeff just stands there.
He's like, Hi, you guys. It is the Big Brother 17 after show here at AfterBuzz TV, and I'm back. Thank you folks for being so nice. I'm back with the team.
We all missed you.
Golf clap.
I was told last week by somebody in the chat room, because I was watching you guys, or I was watching your alter egos, and someone called us the Four Amigos.
Aww. That's true. We all really do love each other outside of this.
We do. It's not fake or phony. I love these people over here. So let's get started. At this one next to me first. Who are you? Where can they find you?
You know, I ask myself that a lot. Who am I, and where can they find me?
Have you found the answer yet, or no?
No. But I think you can find me on Twitter at Jonny Mangs. That much I know for sure. And my name is John Manganello. You can also find me at johnmanganello.com, a website all about me.
Find him. You won't be sorry.
Thank you.
Of course. Next.
I'm Lauren Lograsso, and you can find me at LoLoLoGrow, because 3 lows make your garden grow, on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook.com/Lauren Lograsso.
What's up, guys? I'm Nicholas Grava. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram and at nicholasgrava.com.
That's
a
right,
website
kids.
all about me.
I'm going to go on that right now.
And I'm, of course, James Lott Jr., and you can find me on all the interwebs.
Of course.
I mean, come on. And you can find me on Twitter at BlackHopeLA, and that's BLAKHOPLA. And, of course, you can find me with thesuperorganizer.com, thesuperorganizeruniverse.com, and my YouTube channel, Super Organizer James Lott Jr.
Ooh, that's a lot of
Will
organizing.
you, organize my house?
I'd love to.
Okay, great.
Wait, I want that offer, too.
I'll do it, sure. Just feed me and give me drinks.
Done deal.
I already do that.
Yes, you do it, too.
We should all barter. I will edit for you.
Right.
I'll edit your reels.
Oh, yeah.
I'll write you a custom song.
And Nick, what can you provide?
Smiles.
Nick sells smiles. They're highly, highly needed.
In today's society.
Come on.
And we also have a very special guest.
Yes,
he is an AfterBuzz host here. Of course, you may know him from the Housewives after shows. Grant Rutter.
Hello, thank you for having me as a guest. I don't know how special I'm going to be. And I haven't been on Big Brother. I don't have any relation to Big Brother. But I have information and opinions on it. I don't have anyone to talk to about it. So I like your show.
Wait.
I tweeted you guys, and thank you for having me.
Why don't you have anybody to talk to about it?
No one I know watches the show.
You know me now.
Well,
Yeah, you can tweet at us anytime.
So I have a lot of stuff I want to say that I haven't been able to say to anybody. But, we'll see.
We're going to get some never before said things here.
Guys, I will also be on Twitter the whole time.
He'll be on Twitter, and
I'm in the Facebook chat.
Nicholas in the Facebook, so
And
please.
James and I will just be present.
And I'll just laugh. You guys love my laugh, apparently. So I'll just laugh.
His laugh is like a sweet baby angel. Yeah.
A loud baby angel. But also, so you're watching on YouTube, comment, like, talk about it.
Look at what I'm doing.
He's doing right now. If you're on iTunes hearing us, rate us, like us, subscribe to everything that's AfterBuzz. And thank you again for on iTunes last week. We were number 3 of all the AfterBuzz shows.
Of all AfterBuzz shows.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Yes, I know. I'm like, so thank you so much. We really appreciate that, because we love bringing this to you.
Well, let's get down to it.
Let's get right in, and I'm just going to start off with just saying, Homeboy went home. Bye, Clay.
Bye.
You went home. Take that. What do you guys think?
I mean, I was hoping Shelly would go home, honestly, just because I don't like seeing her manipulate people. It bothers me. And
Well, then turn off your TV.
I know, because I'm not going to get any luck.
I just feel like she's not even good at it. But
she is.
She is?
No, she shouldn't be, but she is.
Yeah.
She's always successful in what she tries to do.
That's actually really true.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No,
Except for, pushing off that Judas thing. What did you just say? Did you say movies?
God.
No, I said... I'm just like, no, I agree with you. I'm like,
yeah.
She seems to get things done.
Yeah, she does.
Weirdly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm worried about her staying in the house.
No,
Exactly.
I do not think she's a threat to the. I don't think she. I really don't.
Really don't?
She's been
understand
HOH twice.
I get it.
And
I just
every
don't feel
single
like
time someone in the Sixth Sense Alliance has made a decision, she's been at the helm of it.
But she's on the bottom of the Sixth Sense Alliance totem pole. So, like, first time they're gonna look to get people out is her. They're not picking like no.
I think they're going to go for Vanessa.
No, I'll give
next.
him points on that one. Maybe.
She's the lowest in the alliance.
At this point now, she
When
is.
push
She's
comes
been
to
neutered.
push comes
Do you
to
say she's been neutered?
She's been neutered.
But because Clay is gone, the target's taken away from her.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
who
You
are we
think
going to
now
go for?
it's a-
We're going to go for. Oh, by the way,
what?
do you know what they're calling Austin and the two twins?
What?
Ost twins.
Yes.
Oh, it's a Vanessa Grant.
Yeah.
So Ost twins are going to be the new target, I think, and I think Shelly's going to float a couple more weeks.
I think Vanessa is also going to be a target.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are Jackie especially.
Oh,
Finally,
Jackie's
She woke
for it.
up.
props to Jackie. You know
Hashtag
what?
woke up.
Jack
Once
Lantern.
Jackie let her little boy
Jackie
toy
was
go
like
in the
this.
beginning, she's starting to actually show that she can be a player and talk game.
Yes.
Not as
Her
much as
little
others.
boy's gone.
What do you think over there?
Grant, what do you think about this so far?
Yeah, well, those two, Clay and Shelly, what do they call them? Clelly?
Clelly.
Yeah,
Clelly. I know
those
Clelly.
two, the whole time they sat up in that room and they sat around the house together, and they reminded me of like the two popular kids when you're doing a group project and they just kind of sit back and watch you do all the work. And I know they were involved with things, but just the demeanor, it was condescending to certain
Oh, we hated it
people,
too, yeah.
and I was just so sick of them. So I'm glad to see it break up. But with her, I'm glad to see that she stayed over him because I feel like he didn't play much of a game worth anything, especially
didn't.
towards
Right.
the end. I mean, those two were. I love how some of these punishments you have to have someone next to you for 24 hours or whatever. Those two do it already. Those two were all over each other constantly, and it got really, really annoying. And the way they had such, I'm trying to think of the word, but they were just so above everybody physically in the house as well for a lot.
Yes.
And I was so tired of them. So it's time for them to go. But now I'm glad that happened. But now these Ost twins, the situation needs to be addressed next.
Now, I have to say that I've been doing this show from the beginning, and I said from the very beginning, watch out for James. He's good.
Yeah.
I've said it from the very.
Well, he won first HOH.
I mean, he is my namesake, of course, but
Right.
I was like, you gotta watch out for him.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, Lauren. Yes.
I think sometimes he's not the smartest, but he definitely goes with his intuition
Yeah.
and his gut the most, which I think can prove to be very beneficial.
Okay, I haven't answered your question yet.
Okay.
So
What
here's
was your
my.
question?
What was the question?
James's question, just
You
like, what do you
missed
think?
What do you think?
know, like
Just
the
general
thoughts.
Oh, your opinions haven't been expressed. Okay.
So I got something to say.
Tell me, Johnny.
I am so glad James went after
Yes.
Clelly. Like, come on. First of all, I agree. They were like the popular kids, obnoxious. They were acting like, oh, how could you do this to us? Oh, you went back on your word. Your worth isn't worth bleep, is what they said at the nomination ceremony.
Right.
The fact is, do we not remember Dark Moon last week? You formed an alliance
we
and then went
remember
back on
Dark
your word
Moon.
in 1 week. So
Right.
you have no stake. You have no pony in this race.
Not only
Chloe.
that, but if we go back to my
I agree.
love, Johnny Mac, they went back on what they said to him with keeping him safe
Right.
and keeping him off the block, too.
True.
So this is
Listen.
not something that they've never done. In fact, they've done it multiple times.
At
Right.
least seeing Clay at the end, though, when he's being interviewed, he was aware of it. It wasn't like they were,
yeah.
you know, she said, "Do you think you should be sitting out here?" or whatever happened. He
Yeah.
came to terms with at least that, you know, they were breaking promises just like it. But what are you going to say? Someone nominates you, you have to turn it to them.
Right.
You're just going to sit there and be like, "Thank you for nominating me." No.
No, but you don't have to throw a fit.
Yeah.
And the other
Oh, yeah,
thing
true.
is,
That's true.
people are saying, well, they made a deal when they were holding on to the rock in the endurance
Right.
competition.
Who's
But the
saying that? No one,
Well,
none of the
Shelly.
fans,
Well, Shelly
just
and-
Shelly and
those
Clay.
two.
Right.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Shelly was about to fall off.
Yeah, she was.
She was like shaking, and she's like, "Oh, let's make a deal." And then later in tonight's episode, she's like, "I should have," or maybe it was last night's episode. She's like, "I should have held on." It's like,
Right.
no, girl, you
wasn't a
couldn't
choice.
have.
Yeah, you were going off.
I love how she kept saying, this week of all weeks.
It says jury because this is jury.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense now. I was like, why are you being so dramatic? It always would have been a painful split up.
Right, but it's the jury thing.
Okay, that makes
If
sense.
you guys haven't watched the jury thing now,
I thought she
everybody's
was
evicted.
extra angry because she had fallen off the rock or whatever.
Well, maybe that had something to do with it, but the fact of the matter is, like, Shelly, you left your family behind.
Yeah, I know.
This guy you've known for a month, you're not going to see for another month. Like, calm down.
But do you?
Sorry, I'm very passionate about this.
Okay, but do you think when James kept trying to say that the reason he was like, well, why would you even offer to make a deal? I thought we're already close enough like that. I didn't think we had to make a deal. He kept acting like that was one of the big straws that broke the camel's back. I think she would have went up no matter deal or not, attempt for a deal.
Yeah.
He wasn't on her side.
No.
Do you think he was?
I was just hoping you would say deal or no deal. So
I thought he did.
Well, he kind of did.
Yeah.
deal or not deal?
or
not
no deal. He was putting her home.
Dude.
I'm actually, I was just thinking about that. Can you repeat your
Yeah, I did hear that.
Did you hear my question?
Not really.
It was a
I'm
little-
far away.
Okay, be more direct.
It's my excuse.
James is up there, and he kept trying to say the reason he's now thinking of nominating them was because Shelly tried to make a final deal.
Yeah.
He thought they were friends. He thought there was no deal necessary.
Oh.
Do you think that's BS?
No,
he was
they
putting
would
up
have
no
gone
matter
out.
what.
They would have gone out.
That's
Right.
what I was
For
saying.
sure.
Okay.
It's interesting though because I thought last week my prediction was that the two twins were going to go up.
Oh, what was my prediction? This was going to happen.
Oh, wow.
Do you want the $500,000
Yes,
check?
please. Put it in my hands.
I was just proud of James for taking that bold step and just saying, screw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went after him. I think they're playing hard in this game already.
are.
I mean, you agree, Grant? They're playing this season. They're really playing hard
Right.
early.
Yeah, I agree.
It's about time. I mean, I'm glad to see that something finally happened, and it's like a new chapter now. The whole game. It's not only has the house flipped,
Yeah.
but I think the whole game now is going to change, and it has already. And it'll be interesting to see. I don't know. I don't know where Shelly fits in now. In all of
Yeah,
this.
where does she fit in?
I fit in?
I think that Shelly and Vanessa will be a strong duo.
You think?
Yeah, they're going to be lovers.
Because you have the twins, you have Austin who thinks he's part of the twins, and then you have Shelly and Vanessa.
I love the way you put that
I'm
because
waiting
it's so
for
true.
Austin and the twins to implode. I'm waiting. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm waiting.
Can we talk about Vanessa real quick?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Please.
Love to.
Anytime you want to interject too, I want you to feel free. Just
Oh, don't worry. I haven't stopped yet. No, but so
I love it.
So this girl, Vanessa, I really liked her from the beginning, and I said, okay, this is like this season's Derek, whatever. It's going to be great. She's going to be on top of everything. But last week with the whole Jason thing, she got real messy real
Yes, she
fast.
did get messy.
And I've watched her on the feeds lately because I don't have much of a life these days. So I'm watching her on these stupid feeds, and she's running in and out of all these rooms. She's up in everybody's face. For someone, I didn't see Derek behave that way. I didn't watch the feeds last season, so that's when I had the life, so I didn't watch it.
No.
But this time, I haven't seen her. Like, I didn't think that's really like the best quality to have in playing this game is to be so frantic and to come up with 6 and 7 long-term plans a day.
Yeah.
And she's in everybody's face.
She has been.
And, I mean, it's like, and of course, a lot of the commenters are like, "Will this girl sit down? Will she relax?" So she's really, her energy is so negative, and she's in everybody's face. So I don't know how long you can kind of keep that going and putting all that energy. It becomes almost an obsession after a while.
Well, I think I have two thoughts on this. First of all, I think she is very similar to Derek because they both lied about their profession coming in.
Yes.
what did Derek do?
He was a cop. You saw him on tonight's episode. The guy was on tonight's episode.
Grilling?
Grilling.
Yeah.
Grilling Derek.
Grill Master Derek?
Yeah.
They call him.
So he's similar because they're similar because of that. I think they're similar because they're sort of like low-key
They're low-key,
players.
yeah.
But you're right. The low-keyness of Vanessa is not.
She's not very low-key
is no
anymore.
longer
She
low-key.
started
That's
out
what I'm
great.
saying.
She
Pretty
did.
emotional.
No,
Yeah,
but
she
that's what I'm
started out
saying.
great.
Yeah, she did.
I had my money on her for like the first 4 weeks. And then recently, I don't know. I mean, I still think she's one of the better ones
Yes, I
there.
agree.
She's still
I
a
agree.
solid player, but she's got to reel it in and kind of like lay down for a minute, at least a week.
And she's good. She's in a group right now where there was a showmance and there were twins. So like she's not the target, right? The other side of the house is going to go after the twins or go after the showmance. So she should have just calmed down, I thought.
This would have been the week for her to just shut up.
I agree.
But she couldn't shut up.
Well, she was crying.
Because she felt so
was
wronged.
crying. Oh, my
I always question if her emotion out when she stormed out to the yard and had a rant off. It's
I
like we
hate
are
people.
adults,
I
we
hate
can control.
people. Yeah, but
is
that-
that genuine or is that gameplay?
I actually understood
Ooh.
that.
Oh.
You understood that?
Yes.
Yeah, I understood that too, but then I didn't like that she didn't stand by that, and then she flip-flopped again and went back to Shelly. It was like, dude, pick.
But see, if I went with your thought, I'm like, that'd been great if she did all that and it was all just an act.
If it was an act, I would have understood it.
Because she's a poker player.
No one goes. We are all that. You ain't gonna walk outside and vent everything. You
No,
can be
I think she was angry, but that's because Clay and Shelly did this last week. They said, "You gotta do this, you gotta do this," and then
like,
this
"Okay,
week
fine, I'll do it."
they're
And then-
going, "Nope, not us."
Right.
So Vanessa, of course, is gonna be pissed off, and you know when you're angry and you don't care who sees it.
Are you clenching?
I was in Belgium with my family, and I got angry one night, and I was like, you know what?
That must have been wonderful.
I know I was so angry in Belgium, but I got angry one night, and I was like, I don't care who on these streets of Belgium sees me.
Oh.
And I got angry.
I don't
think
get
I've
like
hit
that
that.
very
Me
often.
neither.
I
I don't
usually
get like
keep
it
my
very
anger
often,
indoors.
but when my head is about to explode,
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I was there yesterday. I left.
you.
I had to get work done on my car, and I was on my phone cursing
thought you meant
somebody
you were in
out,
Belgium.
and I didn't care who was around. There were children
you.
there. It was a full parking lot. I look. Sometimes that's the only way you can get things done. Sometimes.
I agree every now and then.
You know what?
When I get angry, I'm a man of fewer words. My voice goes even deeper. Then you need to run.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's
I've
like,
only
bye.
been like seeing stars angry probably 3 times in my life.
Same here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was with
don't
like
even-
family members, like like people that wronged me.
Yeah.
Don't mess with my family.
No,
But it was in a house and not on TV, so I guess I can't relate.
well, they're in a house. And you don't know. Maybe your house is on TV.
Am I in the Truman Show?
Oh, I love that.
Now I have to say something that did surprise me.
Refresh my
Oh, yeah,
water.
go fish your water.
There's two.
You guys, for those of you
I'm
that are
thirsty.
audio based, Johnny has 2 glasses of water. He's double
She's
fisting.
thirsty. She's thirsty. I can't do. Now that Jason is out of the house, I can't do the impression.
Number one, you almost hit me in the face.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm
This is
sorry.
my moneymaker. Like, hello.
I know you're right.
Yes. Okay. Number 2. Hi. Number 2. And I would say, I wonder if you guys were surprised also how Shelly did kind of campaign a little bit against her man.
Well, and she was like, "Listen, I'm not going to
I don't do
campaign,
anything,
but
and-
I'm a way better player than you are.
I was like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
I will not campaign. I need to be here.
I almost said something really mean.
What? Say
What?
it. Go
Say
for
it.
it.
Like if I pretended to be Shelly. Okay, I'm not going to campaign against Clay or anything, but I'm a way better player than Clay, and he's got a small penis.
it's
Wait,
not a
that brings
growth.
you to a point that I'm surprised at.
They haven't
That
seen each other's genitals.
Haven't seen each other's genitals.
That's all.
They have not done the bumping of the uglies, if you
I'm
will.
shocked that they haven't even kissed.
Are we sure they
Hashtag
haven't?
first kiss. I didn't believe
Grant,
it.
what do you know?
She's so paranoid and coy on those feeds.
Oh, she is?
Yes, they're not going to be showing. They're not going to be opening towels
She's a
for
jerk.
each other anytime soon.
She's a jerk.
I mean, really though, they literally just hung out in the bed,
Oh,
watched,
wow.
and people came in and fed them information. They did the whole Audrey
Wow.
thing for a while,
them
especially
omelets.
when they were nominated that day. The nomination ceremony was like in the morning, and so
okay.
they had the whole day, and they just spent the entire day in bed and waited. I had people come to them, and they had
that's
sour
what I
pusses on their
mean.
face,
Yeah.
very, very
They were
upset.
such poor sports, I thought.
Yeah, and then she went out to get a drink, and she came back, and then she started to cry because people were ignoring her in the house because she's now getting ready to leave. And so, and then she had this whole conversation last night in the feeds where she was like, "We need to remember that when people are now being nominated to leave and they're up for eviction, like we need to be friendly to them because we've been so ostracized. And I think I'm guilty of being mean to people when they leave." So it was because she was learning how the game
Oh,
works.
okay.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good at least that she's learning from her mistakes.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
as she's been in she was technically in a have-not position this week, right? Being on the block.
Yeah.
So as she's been in one of these lower positions, she's seen the faults in her past actions.
Yeah.
Do you think she's obsessed with her image on the show?
Definitely.
She
Yeah.
seems like she's always trying to be everyone's
Then
like
why she always-
America's player.
Then why is she always sobbing in the diary room?
Because she feels guilty.
She's an emotional
subconsciously.
player. She's very emotional.
She is, and we saw
But
that
she's
in
not
day
at
one.
the same
Yeah.
time, right? Because she feels like so badly about all these things that are happening. But then again, she's always the instigator behind these mean moves.
She was. Yeah, I mean, the
Behind
first two
closed doors.
HOHs, yeah.
Damn. What are you saying? What are
I
you saying?
do wanna go to this tweet I saw. Dan Giesling tweeted, basically saying, "I love a competitor in the game. I love watching competitors, and I'm shocked that this football star laid down and died." Like,
Yeah.
I love when Julie asked him the question, have you ever done when you're playing football, have you ever given up?
Oh, some shade she was giving.
And he was like, oh, this
yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
giving up.
This
This is just choosing. And I'm like, homie, you gave up. That's exact. You just gave up $500,000.
I know you did.
It's so stupid. He walked into that house by himself.
Right.
He didn't walk in with her.
No.
great.
Well, and then in the interview after, she's like, "Do you love her? He's like, love's a strong word. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like, you want
so you gave up $500,000 for a girl you don't even love?
my God.
It's crazy talk.
I know.
I remember when I did that once.
That would be
Poor girl.
shocking.
Clay and Shelly had their head in the clouds, literally in that room. But
Yeah.
they have their head in the clouds, and when they take themselves,
literally.
when they
That's
take
kinda
themselves away from this, and they take a minute, and they're by themselves, they're gonna look back, and I know that kid's gonna regret doing that.
Oh, yes, definitely.
You have to.
I know
You
he
have
will.
to. You have to.
I think he's gonna get it in while she's in jury.
I don't think so. I really think that
He
he's
seems
gonna.
to be a loyal person. I don't know if he's in love, but he's certainly loyal to a fault, a huge fault.
Although when him and Meg are already getting a little bit, like he was chin to tit on that at one point.
I love
C to
that
T.
chin to tip.
She's my new favorite. I like her a lot. What do you think of
We're
her?
getting a lot of personality out of her finally. Maybe they just haven't showed us this.
Yeah, maybe.
And can we just like talk about that moment for a second?
Yes.
What was going on,
Yeah, I know.
and where did that come from?
I know. I was shocked. I was like, she was drunk, right? Or
Yeah.
she
She
had,
was drunk.
She was
She was
tipsy.
drunk.
Tipsy.
She cried,
still.
and Johnny Mac cried. Did you see that on the feeds? Do you know why he cried?
Johnny Mac.
Someone
right?
Johnny
did not
Mac
see
cried.
that. No.
Yeah, he
I did not.
cried in the little square room. I don't know what it's called. All rooms are square, to be honest. But there's one
Oh, the
with
hammock room?
Not, I don't think it's a hammock room. It's a room with the U-shaped couch.
Oh, the middle room.
The middle
type of
room.
thing.
Oh, the
Near
hammock.
Oh,
Little
okay, yeah,
chamber.
The hammock.
Okay, yeah, okay.
It's not a hammock.
But there used to be a hammock, and then they
Well, it's a
broke it.
wrongfully titled.
Okay,
It's not a hammock.
can we also talk about tweets for a second? Because
Yes.
we're getting
Yes.
them in
Yes,
by
please
the
do,
minute.
please do.
Right.
Okay, so
About a minute.
Paul, BB17, Paul Bentley, this guy who tweets at us all the time.
Paul's
He's
great.
awesome.
He loves that dude on the couch.
Oh, thank you,
Dude
Paul.
on the couch is awesome.
Charlotte says Clay and Meg though came out of left field. He
Yeah.
rubbed and cried more with Meg than Shelly. She won't
Yeah.
be happy.
He really did.
He did. No, he did.
That's
He
what
did.
I said. Where was Shell Bell during that whole
and then
situation?
The same girl, Charlotte, says Vanessa is a poker player. She should be able to read people really well, but she hasn't noticed her team members have lied to her.
Yeah, but she should also be
She
able
does,
to put on
but
her
she's
poker face
Yes.
really well.
Oh,
Which is
true.
why I say she's playing the game
I
when she
agree.
goes out and storms out. I can't believe
I
them.
agree
Oh
with
my
you.
god.
I agree with you on that one.
That's Plum Bob.
Great username.
Plum Bob. Is that the sexual thing?
Laugh.
Never heard of it.
Plum Bob is in The Sims.
Okay, cool. He says, "Are you going to have callers this episode?" That's a good question. We should ask.
Oh yeah, could
Well,
we
he did
put
ask
the
me.
call?
He did ask me.
Can we put the number up
My
on the
namesake
screen?
James. I guess we'll do it.
They've been
They keep calling?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
let's
call-
take
oh,
them.
let's
All right,
take
we'll
them.
take a few.
All right, great.
Yes, let's not. Okay.
Take a few.
Let's
Take a
make
few. I'll take a
someone
few.
day.
Callers, call
Oh,
in.
I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, so I agree with him. I'm like, she should have a better face on.
Okay, but wait, one last thing about Meg and Clay. This whole situation
Yes.
baffles me.
Meg.
Do you think that it has something to do with just the producers cutting around and the Shelly and Clay was more interesting, so they weren't showing Meg, now they start to show it? It was not their first close interaction. They were very natural
She said,
with each
"You've been
other.
my guy
Oh, yeah,
since
yeah,
the
yeah.
beginning."
Yeah, and if
Yeah,
Meg
that's
has been
true.
having her time with everyone, like
Yeah.
Clay says, we haven't seen that.
No, we haven't. It's true.
Oh, Clay should have stayed
No.
so we could have Clegg. Who wouldn't want to watch Clegg?
But wait a minute, but didn't Clay just throw her under a bus and say she had been with everybody on the show?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
I was trying to think, who are these men that she was with?
All of them, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, so it sounds like we have a caller. Welcome to the show. Who are you? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hey, girl, what's up?
Is this after buzz?
Yeah, it's the Big Brother AfterBuzz show, and you're on. What is your name?
Oh my god. Okay, cool. Hi, my name is Ellie, and I've literally called y'all like 4 times.
Ellie, we're
They've
sorry.
been holding out on us. We didn't know you were calling. We love you.
Where are you calling from?
Where am I calling? Texas.
I was just in Dallas. I just got back yesterday.
Oh, that's so interesting. It was really funny though, because like I wrote down on a piece of paper, and I was like, I have to call him. I cried today. It was like, I don't know. So hello.
So do you have
So you want to know? I have to admit something. This is my first season watching Big Brother.
Okay.
That's all right.
Listen,
Welcome.
I'm with you over
This is
here.
only like my second or third season. It's the best show, though, isn't
It's
it? It's
addicting.
amazing.
Talking Big Brother after dark. Okay, so I really just want to talk about. I've been wanting to talk to y'all since like the beginning.
Cool.
But I really want to talk about Shelly and Clay.
Yes.
Personally, I really like them as a couple. I think they're adorable.
Okay.
They cute.
They're like the first they're the whole reason I started watching the show.
Okay.
Because I'm a sucker for showmance.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But
Fair.
I feel like there's a deal going on or something, or Vanessa said something, because all of them, Jackie, Meg, all of them are like, we need to get Shelly out. We need to get Shelly out. And then, like, everyone was like, we're going to vote out Clay. What?
Yeah, I agree with you. Something happened that we didn't see, right?
You said that in the trailer.
Yeah. When we were watching it, when we were screening it before we came and talked to you guys, we figured out it couldn't have just been that they all, out of their own free will, decided, oh yeah, now we're just going to suddenly vote out Clay. I think it had to be some kind of deal was made.
And like when I was just thinking back to Audrey, and I was like, okay, everyone wanted Audrey out, but Austin was the one who was like, oh, I'm going to make Steve look like this, but no one did that, and that didn't make any sense to me.
I'm sure someone did. They just didn't edit it into this.
That's true.
This episode.
I feel like that's gonna come back in like previous episodes. Like, no, the next episodes, I feel like they're gonna be like, if Shelly ever becomes HOH, they're gonna be like, Shelly, we did this for you. Are you gonna do this for us, or something like that?
Interesting.
You know, I think you're right, because Johnny Mac said when he sat down to cast this vote, he said it's been a weird day. So there's things that didn't make it in, and that has to be something must have twitched.
Yeah.
Unless if it was something as simple as Clay being like, look, I'll take the vote, I'll leave, and just keep her.
Yeah.
But I think something went down before the voting. Yeah.
If anybody,
I know, because something that they did not show in the episode when Audrey was leaving, which I really wish they would have shown in the live feeds, was Shelly and Clay literally got everyone in the house in the HOH room, and they were all like, okay, this is what's going on. Tell me everything you know about Audrey. And they all talked about Audrey, and it was like this huge meeting, and they're like, Audrey did this, Audrey did that, Audrey's saying this about you. I really wish they would have put that in the episode. And there was a moment where everyone was like, okay, we're going to do this together. And I don't know, I feel like it was something like that. Like everyone just got in a room together and they were like, all right, we're going to do this. We're going to keep Shelly, but we're going to do something. I don't know. I feel like their producers told them, hey, you guys are going to have like what is it, an HOH competition where you're going to give money. All of you can get money. You make Shelly HOH, and then she'll take out whoever you want or something like that.
Oh.
I feel like
add the drama.
all the contestants have too loose of lips to let something like that happen. They would talk about it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right,
Thanks
well, thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy.
Take care of
My heart
Texas.
is like beating out of my chest.
Oh my God.
You're awesome.
That's
Thank you
so
for calling
sweet.
in.
But
We
then,
love you.
and then what? Can I say one other thing?
Sure.
I really don't like. My favorite part was when Davon was like, "I love you, Jackie. You're so good." Like that. I love that part. I want Jackie to win.
Yeah,
I love Johnny
that.
Mac.
Yeah.
I really like Shelly, and I don't like Vanessa.
Oh,
So now,
interesting.
cool. Thanks
Interesting
for the
grouping.
call. That's,
All right.
Hold down Texas for us. Thank you for
Bye,
calling.
girlfriend.
you guys, we have more people who are like.
Thank you so much. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
follow you on Twitter.
Thank you.
Very nice.
We have more people who want to call in.
Well, wow, we got. I'm like.
Well, let's talk a little bit
let's
more
get
and then
it.
take another call.
Yeah.
I just got some insight on what might have went down earlier
please,
today.
please.
At 2:30 this afternoon, we're like, please, on the live feeds, that Clay and James almost came to blows. There's a picture on Twitter that I just saw where Clay was right up in his face. Now, of course, there's a height difference there.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
Can you tweet that at
There's a
us?
little bit, but yeah, I'll shoot it out in a second. But that it seemed to be like things reached blows, and maybe that's why they were like,
Wow.
all right, Clay's reached his point, and we're done with him.
Wow.
That probably was it. Yeah, I will. I'll retweet it. My Twitter
Okay.
is Grants__rants,
Cool.
and I'll send it your way.
Grant's
Yes.
rants.
Why would they not have shown that? That's fabulous
That's
television.
amazing. That's what I would think too. I'm trying to find
I
it.
guess it just happened, like at 2:30 today.
Well, they wanted to show the whole clips with Derek, and they wanted to throw that in there.
Oh, what a waste of time!
I know. It's like.
I mean, I enjoy them, but I mean, I can
Complete
watch that.
waste of time.
I
Put
can
it
watch
as
it
a
online.
special.
Yeah, that's like a
Yes.
bonus.
Is that what you're referencing?
That's so much.
Wow,
Let's
they
see it.
are. They are. He's up in. I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
We'll-
got the hand
We'll try
up,
to
too.
tweet this
Yes.
out. Also, I want to make sure we talk about the veto because
Yes.
we haven't talked about
Yeah.
the veto
Yes.
yet.
Veto.
So what's funny is this week I was just so happy because everything I wanted to kind of happen, and it just made me so happy.
It's a great feeling when your dreams come true.
It really
does. My dreams come true every day.
And I met Marnie the dog this week, so it was a good week.
That's just, now I feel bad about my week because I didn't meet one.
You got a brand new job.
Very true.
Oh, sorry. So the Veto. Okay, so James had chose his house guest choice. He chose Jackie. That was interesting. Becky played. Like, hi Becky, where are you?
Hi, Becky.
And then,
that one.
And then,
Hashtag Becky update.
I'm so over her.
hysterical.
We need to talk about her. I was going to say something terrible, and I'm really glad I didn't.
We'll wait a second. Okay, and then Vanessa played also, plus the people who were nominated. So go ahead.
So first of all, if you do not look up hashtag Becky update every day, you are missing out on some great life
I would
experience.
think it would make me
Really?
so angry
They
if I
are
had to watch them.
no. They're like funny. It's like making fun of how boring she is.
I know, but it still would annoy me.
Also, just so you all know, we do have another caller.
Oh, we do.
And I don't usually get this way toward people, but I can't help it.
She was recruited also, which means she had no interest in the show. She was approached to be on the
really?
show. Like
Just
at a
because she
bar
got
or
hit by a
something.
truck?
That's an insult to so
whatever.
many people
Yes,
who love the
trans.
show.
Okay, so we have another caller.
We'll get back to the veto in a
Yes, we have
minute.
another
I want to
caller.
talk with you about Becky.
Okay.
Please.
All right. Yes,
I
we'll put
need
that
to
one on
vent.
ice. We'll put that one on ice.
Hello?
Yes, we'll talk about that rat.
Hello, who are you and where are you calling from?
Hello, caller.
Hello.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, wait, here's a little.
Hello. Welcome to the Big Brother show, after show. How are you?
Wait,
Hey.
hello?
Hi.
Wait,
There
so
you are.
I think I might have called the wrong number.
Are you serious?
Oh my God, really?
This is the Big Brother after show. Did you not want to talk to us all night?
Can you imagine calling for pizza and getting the Big Brother after show?
I would think I was getting pranked.
Was it a wrong
That I
number?
pranked myself.
Are you still on the phone still? Oh, it's not. Okay, well, that was.
So let's keep talking about the veto.
Yeah, so the Veto. Okay, let's get the Veto. I love this show. Everything's
That was
live,
fascinating.
kids.
Live TV.
This
Live
week's
TV.
veto was a classic Big Brother
Yes,
competition.
yes, I agree.
And it is this veto competition where the feelings get most hurt. I love it
Yes.
because people get prizes, steal prizes.
Yes.
It's like White Elephant with your drunk uncle.
Yeah,
I
agree.
love it.
I agree.
My favorite was Jackie's reaction right when she first got the veto.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, "Well, game over. I got it."
I'm
Ended
done.
here. I was like, "Oh, some personality. I like it."
Yeah, she's good. Yeah,
I think Jackie's shown a lot of personality in the
Yes.
past 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Who walked up at the 5K? Was it Becky?
Becky.
Becky. Yeah, again, Becky. There you go.
she'd
me.
take it because you're never going to win.
And she supposedly threw that whole thing anyway, so she didn't even do it correctly, and she made money.
Right, free money. So we have another caller. Hi, welcome to the Big Brother After Show. Who are you? Where are you calling from?
Hi, it's Ben. I'm from Connecticut. I called last week.
From Connecticut.
Betty from
I love
Connecticut.
Connecticut. How are you?
How's Franny?
I'm good.
How's Franny?
She's good, huh?
Tell her we said hi.
Yep.
We've missed her.
So what do you want to tell us? What do you want to talk about?
I just want to say that I really liked this week, and I'm really happy that they finally separated Clay and Shelly. They were really getting on my nerves.
Agreed.
Seems like everyone really feels
Yes,
the same
I
way.
agree, yeah.
Like, we all
Even the people
agree.
like I liked them, but I'm also very happy and
It was
satisfied.
a huge. I think I know we've said it was a huge move, but like it was a huge.
It's a
move.
huge move.
James is gonna be a target now.
And
So-
one thing I like, and tell me if you agree about it, one thing I like about James is that he will do his own. He doesn't have to talk to 10
Yeah.
different people
Yeah.
like Vanessa does to get his game right. He just makes the
It
decision.
reminds me actually
I love it.
of Evil Dick.
Oh yes.
I don't see strong players like this usually.
Right.
Like Evil Dick was like, I don't care what happens next week. I'm gonna make a
Do
big
what I
move
can
this week.
now. Right.
Because
So
if
we're
I'm
doing
gonna win this game, I'm gonna win. I'm not
That's
just
a
gonna
good
float
lesson
by.
for our lives, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, why weigh all these options? If your gut is pulling you toward one option, do it.
Right.
And then see what happens.
What do you think, Ben, about that?
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, you have to, like, live in the moment, especially in shows like this, because, like, you never know, like, when, like, someone's gonna, like, target you, so I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you have to do what you have to do now, and you kind of think about the future a little bit too. But you got to do what you got to do now. I think.
And any other thoughts on this week's episodes? I guess.
Yeah, like, where's Steve?
I know.
Becky,
Exactly.
I don't know.
I know.
Yeah.
Steve and Becky are in like the broom closet.
Can
we
you
don't know
imagine
about.
how unsatisfying it would be if one of them pulls out and like ends up winning or getting really close? I don't think it ever would happen.
I mean,
Well, no, there's a definite chance.
Yes.
Really?
If you're trying to win this game, you're trying to take Steve. You're not trying to take Vanessa.
Right.
This happens every year.
Yeah, no, every year
There's
you've seen,
often
yeah.
a floater or a pawn
It's toward
in
the
the
last.
finals.
The last, yeah.
but I think Steve is doing things that we're not seeing as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
very true.
I think he's making moves, and because they're not interesting, we're not seeing them.
Do you say that because you think he's smart, or do you know something that he's been doing?
Well, I've read things, but I don't know. I haven't seen
that's what
anything with
Grant
my
has
own
something.
eyes.
What do you
I have a
know?
little insight.
Yeah.
Steve has a very good relationship with Vanessa in the
Yeah.
house, and
I read that.
they've been having a lot of one-on-one meetings like late at night, and
Right.
she's up, she's like in bed, and then she's out, and she's
She's
checking
a
things,
freak.
and then she's going back to bed. She she like hangs in a cave somewhere, Vanessa, but she's always working with Steve, and they have these conversations, and she's using him kind of as a model to see where the show is going to go and what he's finding out. Because a lot of people say things to Steve, and Steve can
Yeah.
like stand in a room and no one knows he's there, and he can get a lot of information. But I mean, I think that by
That's a
getting,
good Steve.
So funny.
Can we get
Do it again.
I was doing me. I wasn't even doing Steve. But I think it's terrible that they got rid of Jason. I just want to bring it up because that kid knew everything about this game, and he was the compass of what's the next competition. He helped people study. To lose that is really stupid because they could have all benefited from
Jason
that.
just tweeted after this episode, I knew this was going to be the competition this week. I guessed every competition.
He's guessed everything correctly. I mean,
Well-
to have a guide like that in the house, why the hell would you get rid of that guy?
Wow.
Well, Ben, thank you for calling. Thank you for watching us. We totally appreciate it. You made it through 2 weeks in a row. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And also, wait, can I just say one more thing? And then I'm done, I
Please.
promise.
Yes.
Say one more thing. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Why aren't they doing the takeovers anymore?
Yeah,
It's
said
like
the same
3
thing.
weeks.
I know we're ready for a takeover.
We said the same thing.
I think we need not be ready for a takeover because it seems like it has
Okay.
been evicted. I think it's honestly because that song was so terrible. Get ready for a takeover.
It's obvious
annoying.
Yeah.
it's obvious something went wrong
Yeah,
because
it didn't work.
even on like Hulu it says Big Brother Takeover.
Right.
That's
they
a
like
season two.
they like
Right.
branded this season Takeover.
What was it you or I think maybe Paul on Twitter said because I'm so sorry because this season is so, I just like no to you but because this season has so many interesting characters in it they don't need the takeover. It's
don't.
already interesting enough. We
Right.
don't need to add this twist.
Yeah, I
That
don't know.
phone booth thing with Kathy Griffin, that was stupid. I thought it was very stupid.
Yeah,
Like
Ron
Ron
won and
Ron
still got
nothing,
evicted.
yeah.
I like the thing with Cassie because I thought like there was actually a chance for Dave Allen to stay. That's the only reason why I liked Dave
It
Allen.
was.
But it doesn't necessarily have to come from a person. They could have added that twist having it not been from a celebrity.
We don't
the
need
celebrity
Kathy's
adds like a
PR.
fun little thing, but it doesn't have to be.
You know, and I'll say this:
True.
there's many seasons where the twist goes away after 3
Oh,
weeks.
yeah, that's true.
Oh, really?
But I wish they would say something about
No,
it.
you'll say
Usually they do say like, "Okay, we're resetting the game," but no.
No.
they
The
didn't.
most awkward part of life is when you've got something going on and you can see it and everyone else can see it, but you can't talk
Never
about
acknowledge it. I would agree.
We just got
so
a tweet.
much.
Please no takeover in all caps. So
There you
sorry,
go.
Ben. I think you might be alone on this one. What about
It's okay,
what's
Ben.
Franny think? Did she
Yeah,
agree with
ask
you?
I want to
Franny
know about
thinking.
that. Did you guys send
I
in
think
a
I
video?
forgot about it.
Well, thank you, Ben. Thank you so much. Hold
Thank
down
you,
Connecticut
Ben.
for us.
We appreciate
We'll
you
talk
very
to you,
much.
Franny, next week.
We got callers
Okay,
in.
bye.
We got callers
Bye.
in Connecticut and Texas.
I love that.
You think we can get someone from overseas?
From Peru or Spain or Romania. I don't know.
Rospania.
By the way, Grant, they're loving you on Twitter.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of love in the chat.
Oh,
room, too.
thanks, guys. Yeah, good. Follow me on Twitter.
Love to have you on again. That's all I
They
got.
actually,
that's
someone
great.
said all of us would be good contestants on the show.
Wow.
That was very
I would
nice
love to
say.
do it. The one thing that would freak me out is there's one toilet for all those people.
Ooh, I know.
There's one in the
true.
atrium.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
right,
right,
You
right.
go up there and use it.
I would
when
need-
you're not
yeah.
in
Oh, I would just use it. Too bad.
I tell you
I'm not using that communal toilet downstairs. That's disgusting.
Can I tell you something foul? This is actually kind of gross, but it's really gross and funny. So Big Brother used to be more about people living together. It was more like the
when
real
they go
world.
to from room to room.
Didn't they have like a farm? Like they had to like grow
Yeah, they
stuff.
had, yeah, they did. They had a house
Yes.
dog in the first season, I
Yes,
think.
yes, they did. Yes.
And I just had this image of Jerry, Big Brother, 10, he was a 75-year-old man, and he fell into the swimming pool. It's hysterical. Search Jerry swimming pool Big Brother.
remember
It's
Jerry.
freaking hysterical. I mean, but it's also sad. I hope he's still alive.
Oh my god.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
But he was evil. But what was I going to say? Oh, so Sheila in season 9 had a yeast infection and washed her underwear in the sink in the kitchen.
No.
Don't they have a washing machine?
Oh yeah,
That's funky.
Okay, I'm just gonna clear the air as a woman here. You don't need to wash any yeasty underwear in a sink. The washing machine will be fine.
God.
Sorry, guys. Just need to be frank.
This is a Big Brother.
I just don't want anyone to ever make that mistake again.
That's nice. Of
I'm
you.
gonna get fired from
Public service
AfterBuzz.
It amazes me how people have just no gauge for living with other people. I hope to Christ they replace that sink in the time they've redone that house. I know it's been like 6 seasons ago, but
Ooh, I know.
I mean, even I don't care if it's bleach, soft scrub, whatever. That needs to be rip it out.
Plus, the sink probably holds the emotional shame of having that event occur inside of it.
So let's talk about Becky, as you guys were getting on to
Thank
Becky.
you. Okay, I would like to let you share with me, and then I would like to share with you.
Right. Well, I still don't know why she's here, and
Right.
it's upsetting that she was recruited.
From Tinder, I just
is
found out.
upsetting.
Wait, no.
From Tinder, that's what someone on the chat said. That's why I made that weird face
a
when
Google.
Ben was calling.
Okay. So recruited on Tinder. How the hell does that even work?
I don't know. Maybe one of the
Swipe
producers was
up,
scrolling through
swipe
and was
down.
like, this girl not only could be my girlfriend, she could be on my show.
Or maybe that's how we got her as the girlfriend. We know
See,
how
I
Hollywood
thought
works.
maybe if she was recruited, it was because of her train accident. It was like,
Right.
this is a girl who's
That
coming
would make more
back.
sense. But maybe she did have her train accident on Tinder. Like, survived a train wreck. I'm on Tinder.
Do you love when they play
YOLO.
the train sounds?
Yes, they
I
do.
love that. So shady. So
Right.
shady.
It was totally
But yeah,
shady.
so this girl, I mean, I don't know, she's supposed to have some off-camera showmance with Johnny Mac.
Yeah, that, okay, first of all, grinds my gears. But go ahead.
She's in love with Johnny Mac.
Oh, okay,
Someone took a screen grab of last week's episode when we started talking about Johnny Mac, and Lauren just goes, It's so
You're really
funny.
into him, huh?
Yeah, I love him.
Good for you.
And she has a long-term boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, I do. I do have a long-term boyfriend who's Samoan, but he would just have to be okay with me having a date with Johnny.
I know, I know.
Okay, please continue. Becky.
So this girl, this whole last week has played both sides of the house. She's like slithered into James's little room.
Exactly.
And then she sits down like this, and she just kind of sits back and listens. Then she'll run down. She's like the only person that talked with Shelly that whole week.
yeah,
and then we saw on the show, she's like, "How can I help you guys with your game?" And then she goes back upstairs, and she just compared notes constantly. And so that was really annoying. But what was the point that I'm trying to play here? And of course, Steve, can't stand her because apparently Davon tweeted this out like 2 weeks ago, but she overheard and told Steve that Steve was her target. Steve was Becky's target from week 1.
Okay.
So that's why Steve has that animosity.
weird.
We were wondering that.
Yeah, what did he say about her last week?
I don't know, like
He said something like, "I love to watch her fail," or something.
Yeah.
She's falling and loving it or something like that, yeah. So, but
I'm
then,
kind of getting there, though, I gotta be honest.
and then,
you're just wanting Johnny Mac. I think.
Well, okay, yeah, that made me upset. But what were you gonna say?
and yesterday, Vanessa was trying to grab anyone that had an ear in the house to tell them to say, look, we need to expose Becky, and then we can change the target. We can flip the target away from us and Clay, and well, even though this one of them was going to leave, but she's like, look, we need to this needs to happen like immediately. And I thought that they were going to announce that with whoever was making their exit from the house, because it would be a safe break. It'd be like, look, we better look out for her. Watch out for this one. She's playing both sides. And I mean, I don't know. How is it not obvious when you're on top of everybody for so long in a house? How do you not see this chick's talking with everybody and she's in here for just the good parts? I don't get how she's slipping
I
by.
question that too, how you don't pick up. But I guess everyone's interacting so much we don't see. Maybe
She's
it's
a
camouflaged
rat.
across the board. I don't know.
She's a little spineless rat, just like slurping around on the ground.
Well,
Slurping.
she's going to be exposed soon.
I hope so. And it really upset me that Johnny Mac would fall for that. It actually made me think about him, like, do I actually love him as much as I think?
Okay, crazy.
Somebody just said on the chat that Clay was also found on Instagram. I don't know if that's true. or
Well,
not.
Clay has a
Look at
huge
his
Instagram
face.
following.
Oh, then there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, my friend Zach followed him and was like giddy when he found out he was going to be on Instagram. Okay, guys, Chris Hawkins tweeted at us, do you think Johnny Mac is going to start making big moves while flying under the radar? Okay, I'm glad you asked this, Chris, because I think the same thing, because I think Jonny Mac is a competitor. I think he has the potential to win, but I think something's got to switch within the next couple weeks.
I think he can play the same game as James, which is lay, and then if you're HOH, start making big decisions then.
I agree with you.
But this is a season of players, and I worry that if you're not a big player, you won't stand a chance in the end. I'm just trying to think of the end game here.
All the players, though, are going home with targets on their back.
Yeah, they are.
So really the best thing in this season, we see Steve, we see Becky, we see Jonny Mac. These are all people that are just running under the radar.
Yeah, okay.
Plus, don't a lot of winners have at least 1 or 2 HOHs under their belt?
Yeah,
So they have like a trophy case. You know, I won the Veto, I won this. So
Not Dan Giesling, not Dr. Will.
no.
But you're right, most are physical.
there's so
You're
many,
right.
yeah. So I'm wondering, like, if he can get that far to the very end and not really have any major.
Well, let's see.
No, you make a good point.
Well, this
You
is
make a good
actually
point.
a good time to do predictions.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And now, your AfterBuzz
What was that?
TV.
Before I make my prediction, I'm going to see who won HOH.
Oh, do we go?
I've been
won't
keeping
tell, I
track.
won't tell.
I've been keeping track.
Okay. So, that was long. So we'll start with Grant. What do you think? What's one prediction you think is going to happen?
Oh, I predict that Shelly is going to be very instrumental and very loud. She's going to make a big return. I don't think it would be a good idea, but I think she's going to be like, look, I'm playing for Clay, and we're going to make this work, and I'm going to play for him, baby, and all that's going to be like, she's going to have like a little homage to that memory wall. But I also think that this could be the week that Becky makes an exit, because if it comes out about her, why would they bother keeping her around at this point?
That's
Just
true.
clear
I
the
don't know,
deck.
though. I think that might be a waste of a week. I want to see two strong sides battling against each other like
Right.
season 6.
See, I just don't want her there anymore. It's
I
just
know,
not that
right.
exciting. It's like, just kill a week and get rid of her.
I know.
What we do see of her is highly annoying. You know, and when we don't see her, it's like, well, whatever.
It's fine, right? We can all live with
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm sure she's a really nice person, but the way she's played her game in this house, I wouldn't want to be her friend.
No.
She's a snake
So, Nicholas, what do you think?
without fangs.
I do think that right now Vanessa is the only common target that everyone can say is, if they want to go for a game player, everyone now knows Jackie can convince her side of the misfits that she's playing the field, and I think that's one common person they can go against, and I think Shelly will take and go on any side that people will just listen to her.
true. Okay.
She was so happy to be back in the little, when they were outside talking by the pool, she was like, I'm so happy I'm back with you guys. It's like, they all still know you lied.
Right.
So yeah, you're back, but you're not safe, so I don't know. That's what I think.
Lauren?
I agree that Vanessa's going to have a target on her back. I think we saw the beginning of that when they were all talking in James' HOH room, and I think that's going to come to fruition in some way, whether or not she's on the block. I think it was looking like Liz is going to win that competition.
Yeah.
I have a good feeling that she either won or is going to be very close to winning. And I hope we at least get to expose Becky in some way. I'm not saying we will. Either I hope they expose Becky, or I hope that she picks a side and stops being such an annoying person.
So I have a big prediction because it's going to be double eviction this week.
Yes, double eviction.
I forgot about that.
So first of all, I do think Liz might win. I think Becky also might win the HOH competition. I tried looking, but I couldn't get any information, so I really don't know.
Oh, I guess it was true.
And I also think that James is going to be the target this week. I think if the Sixth Sense is in power, I think they'll gun for James and Jackie. Unfortunately, yeah.
And I'm similar to you. Mine kind of is, if Liz or Julie doesn't make the HOH at all, they're going to be up. One of them's going to be up. For the double eviction, like during the double eviction. Like there's some, if they don't get in some kind of position, they're going to go up.
That actually be really smart.
The perfect time to get them out is during the double eviction, because the double eviction is a great time for whoever's HOH, because the rest of the house doesn't get time to talk.
Yep.
So it's just quick.
Julie's like, okay, make a decision. Make a decision now, and like that's it.
I think the twins will win for the long part of the week, and then I think one of them's going home for the second eviction.
I agree.
Wouldn't it be interesting if they were both evicted on the double elimination?
That's what I was thinking.
Talk about a clean break. They
And then
I
two twins in jury alone for a week. That'd be fun for them.
Yeah.
Braid each other's hair.
Sister time.
That's weird.
I'm just desperate for them to get rid of Austin now, but I just don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening either. I don't see it happening.
I don't feel as desperate because we didn't see as much of him this week, and I think he cooled it a little bit.
He's another one like Shelly, that, like you said, somehow gets his way when he, like, the house is turned on him and he convinces them back. And
he does.
Rises from the ash.
Yeah.
So everyone,
Phoenix.
that was another Big Brother 17 after show. And of course, it was just chock full of stuff. Please continue the conversation online on our YouTube page, underneath us. You can comment on iTunes, on all of our different Twitters. So go ahead and you start, Grant, first. Where can you find
You can find me on Twitter at Grants__rants. And here doing the after shows for Real Housewives of Orange County.
There you go.
You guys can find me at Nicholas Grava, Twitter and Instagram.
And you can find me at Lolo Logro on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/Lauren Lograsso.
Thanks for watching, guys. You can find me at Jonny Mangs on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll be on nickgrava.com, so you can find me there too.
There's my one.
I love you guys so much. And you can find me on Twitter at BlackHopeLA, BLAKHOPELA. We love you guys. You guys are the best fans. Thank you so much. See you next week.
We love you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.